This video brought to you by Forex Internals.
Hi, and welcome to the FX Internals Velocity Rainbow indicator demonstration. Today we'll be showing you what the FXI Velocity Rainbow indicator does and what the settings are. A brief description of this indicator is that we plot the velocity, or the difference of two moving averages or two low latency lag moving averages, across multiple time frames. So the velocity rainbow indicator, you can look at the velocity of the time frame of the chart, which in this case is 5 minutes, and then the 15-minute velocity and the 30-minute velocity all in one view. So you can very quickly see whether things are accelerating or decelerating from high points or low points. It does this in pips, so we normalize everything to the pips, whether you're using a 4- or 5-digit currency like the euro dollar or a 2- or 3-digit currency like the dollar yen. So why don't we throw this on the chart, and we can walk you through the settings and what it looks like. Drag it to the chart, and you'll see that the inputs come up. We're going to move to the common tab so we can make sure that allow DLL imports is selected. All of our indicators and trading tools need allow DLL imports to be selected, so it is. And we'll move over to inputs, and we'll walk you through the settings here. Time frame depth is the proper settings that can be used for the upper and top time frames. There is a velocity that is drawn for the current time frame always. If you just want to overlap them, you set it to 0 for current. We've set it for two higher time frames. I'm going to get the 15 and the 30-minute time frame in this case. The smoothing type is what kind of averaging we're going to take over these bars. The definition of which is in smoothing type def. And you can see that we have a number of alternative options. 4 is the instant option, which uses the instant trend line, which is a low pass filter on the data that uses some digital signal processing to create very reactive and low latency moving averages. Optimum, a setting of 5, doesn't use any actual settings because it automatically adjusts the lag of latency. So it's a constantly adjusting filter. It's something very interesting to go play with. But we're just going to use, let's use the 4, or an instant trend line. Scroll down and get the rest of the settings here. The price type def is what price are we going to look at. This is the definition of those prices. 0 for the close of the bar and 1 for the open of the bar, things like that. We're going to use 5, which is the typical price. The typical price is the high plus the low plus the close divided by 3. Then the last group of settings is the fast periods and the slow periods to look at, meaning what is the fast periods? Fast period 1 is what is the fast periods for the current time frame. Fast periods 2 is what is the fast periods for the upper time frame. And fast periods 3 is the fast periods for the top time frame. So we're going to use, actually let's just make this kind of reactive, make it 5. And we're going to just tighten up the top most time frames slow periods, make that 13 since it's a 30-minute bar. And we're going to take a look at what that looks like. So you can see a number of sort of squiggly lines here. Let's get you to the beginning of the chart. And the red line is the velocity of the current time frame between its 5-period instant trend line and its 21-period instant trend line. It sort of is it crossed up or down, and how far up or down are these trend lines crossed? The green line is the same period look for the 15-minute bar, and the blue line here is what it is for the 30-minute bar. So you can see that they sort of are the velocity within a velocity within a velocity. And what this shows us is when things sort of can reach an extreme that you might expect a retracement. So we have an extreme move here in the upper time frames, and they tend to come down a little bit. If we scroll back here, we have an extreme move in all time frames that cross up, and we have a move up. It's sort of like, what's the acceleration in the short time frame, the medium time frame, and the top time frame? Are they all coming from a low point to a high point? It lets you sort of gauge the speed of the market and where it's going at any given time. We hope that this helps you understand the FX Internals Velocity Rainbow indicator, and we suggest that you go to www.fxinternals.com to take a look at other videos for other indicators and trading tools, and we wish you the best of luck in trading.